Researchers have long looked for a way to prevent bullying in American schools, but the problem persists and nobody can seem to agree on a way to address it. According to American SPP, 160,000 kids per day skip school in fear of being bullied. Now there are three B's to bullying. There's the bully, the bullied, and the bullier. 30% of youth admit to bullying, and 1 in 3 students are bullied at school. 70% of bystanders sit around and watch it happen, and they do not intervene or even report it. My name's Taylor, this is Sheri, this is Daniel, and this is Josh. Today we'll be talking about the rising problem of bullying in grades K through 5. Kids in elementary school do not have enough skill building to prevent bullying when they get older. Their bullying impacts are psychological and emotional, and some of those are humiliation and harassment. What's troubling is the rising amount of suicides per year, which is now about 4,400.
These statistics are completely unacceptable and shocking. Our program, Kids Connected, is a program that's going to implement peer mentoring into the elementary schools. Our target school to age children will be K through 5, which is kids 5 to 10 years old. They will be put together with ACE scores, and the mentors and the mentees will integrate during school hours. Clunin Middle School in Stamford, Connecticut implemented their own peer mentoring program in 2011, and Tiara, a 7th grade student, was found to be bullying other children, and she was paired with a 8th grade student named Kelly. And with Kelly's support and mentoring, she is now a straight A student and also a mentor herself.
So before we continue on, I want to talk more about what the ACE score actually is. ACE and ACE scores stands for Adverse Childhood Experiences, so this is ranging from if someone left your life when you were young, or if someone's went to prison in your life, just overall just bad things that happened to you when you were a kid. And so the ACE score itself is derived from a 10-question quiz that asks these questions, and you answer it, and if you get a score of 4 or higher, you are considered an at-risk child, which increases depression, and all this stuff, a lot of bad things that can also increase your ability to be a problem child, which could lead you to become a bully later on in your life. So we plan on pairing low score older kids that have good lives at home, pair them with high scoring younger kids who are at risk and could potentially become bullies later in life. So how we plan on applying this in the classroom itself is through the extracurricular classes, your art classes, your music classes, physical education, just all those range of extracurricular type classes that you have in elementary school. And for example, on the board here we have one for art class. A typical class in elementary school lasts around an hour. So we figured that there'd be 10 minutes of preparation. The kid, like the older kid and the younger kid, get together, they formulate an idea of what they're going to get, the materials they need, and all that, and then 40 minutes of them actually working on their project. Working together, like really getting this bond and working together feel together, and then give them 10 minutes of cleaning up, putting the materials away, talking about what they've done, if they need to continue, how they're going to continue it on next time, and like I said, just really making a bonding experience for these children.
So Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America is a college, so they bring college-age students to help mentor K through middle school age kids. This program has been shown to work with a 52% drop in kids skipping school, as well as a 33% drop in kids hitting other kids that have gone through this program. So the current approaches now are all through teachers and punishment. In other words, there's not enough skill building and too much, there's too much rule making and not enough skill building. Our value added will be building off of what others have done. So we'll be implementing a score to help get the peer mentoring to become more effective. This will allow the kids to help mediate bullying for themselves. This has also been backed by Officer Matt Johnston at the high school he works at. He implemented a peer mentoring program which has dramatically cut down on bullying at that high school.
And here's our business model. So the way this business model works is that initially we're going to start with the Evansville Vanderburgh County School Corporation. they're going to be our initial buyer and also be our main key partner at the beginning, because they're going to let us get into the school. They're going to help us get the knowledge we need, help us get with these kids to talk to them and get to know them. And through that, we're going to get to the end users, which are the K through 5 kids. And then with those K through 5 kids, we're going to go straight to our Kids Connected counselor, where they'll get their ACE score through the activities. And then through that, we'll get to the pairing, which will also, that will start the curriculum building, getting these kids together, working together, and that's going to start their skill building. And then through that, through the kids, and also our other 2 partners of the teachers and the parents, we're going to get a feedback loop, which will come back to us, tell us what's working, what's not working, so we can better ourselves as this business, help get our counselors going, and telling them what they need to do to be better themselves. And then after that, University of Southern Indiana will also be a partner, because we can use USI itself to get these psychology majors as either interns or counselors themselves that could go through our business and get into the schools themselves to get them a starting job. They'll be helping us as much as we're helping them. And then, so our key resources, obviously the psychologists, the people we're gaining from USI or even beyond that. The schools themselves, because they're letting us get these to the kids, and then they'll also be supplying us with the teachers who also help us get through our feedback loop. And then through our channels, this is also how the school corporation itself will be a key partner, because they will tell these parents that we're working with their children, and they'll know everything about the program, obviously, because their kid's going to go through it. And then they'll tell the parents about our website and how to get a hold of us so they can communicate with us. And then through that and through the school corporation, they'll extend our brand so we can get past just Vanderburg and eventually get out to other schools as well. And altogether, this comes to our value proposition of mainly getting peer mentoring going, because there's a lot of facts showing that peer mentoring itself is good and has shown results. And mitigating bullying is overall the main thing that we're trying to get, is to prevent bullying before it starts happening in those middle school ages, hitting it before it even gets started, to build up the skill building. And then beyond that, how we're going to do this is through our revenue. To start out, to get the beta testing going and all that, we're going to go through grants like the PACER Foundation, Spirit Foundation, HERE Foundation, and also through yearly contracts with the schools that we are with. And then through that, we'll also obviously have to pay our employees, the counselors that we have, and to initially get the beta testing started.
As we previously stated, kids in elementary school do not have enough skill building to prevent bullying when they get older. We feel like our group, Kids Connected, Peer Mentoring Group, would help.